Hey there, James from Dimensional Insight again. In today's video, we're going to give you some ideas for how you can optimize your Measure Factory Editor workspace. I'm living proof that a poorly organized workspace is a recipe for disaster. But on the other hand, a well-organized workspace is critical towards simple and easy editing of your Measure Factory files. Alyssa, take it away.
In this demonstration, you'll learn how to optimize your Measure Factory Editor workspace so you can work with your rules, measures, and datasets more easily and efficiently. Let's say you need to edit a measure in a large factory configuration file. To make the contents of the Measure Factory Editor pages easier to see and navigate so you can find what you need to find, you can do the following things. Unpin the Explorer to make more room for the main table display. Widen columns. Sort the contents of a column. Hide columns. Reorder columns. Reorganize rules or measures table entries into groups of similar entries. And limit what displays in the rules or measures tables to a particular type of entry, for example, source rules only. Here's a measures page in the Measure Factory Editor. Notice that the contents of the first two columns of the measures table are cut off. We can't read what's in these columns. One remedy for this is to unpin the Explorer to make more room for the main table display, and therefore more room for each column in the table. The Explorer disappears, leaving more space available for all the columns, including the first two. Notice that one entry in the measure name column is still truncated, however. We can manually adjust the width of that column by dragging the divider in the row heading to the right. We can now see the entire name of the first measure. Let's sort the contents of the Measure Name column so that the entries in the table are in alphabetical order by measure name. We'll do this by clicking the column name. The list of measures is now in alphabetical order by measure name, with ED visits at the top of the list. Let's reopen the Explorer and pin it to the window. Now let's remove the definition column from the table to make more room for the remaining columns. We'll start by right-clicking a column heading. It doesn't matter which one. In the table on the left, we'll clear the checkbox next to Definition and then click OK. With the definition column now hidden, the contents of the remaining columns are easier to read. Now we'll change the order of the columns so that measure name is the first column in the table. We'll start by right-clicking a column heading. Next, in the table on the right, we'll click Measure Name and then click the up arrow at the bottom of the dialog box to move the column to the first position in the list. The Measure Name column now appears as the first column in the table. Let's go to the Rules page to explore two more ways of optimizing your workspace. The Group By buttons allow you to organize your rules either by the dataset they're associated with or by rule type. Let's organize our rules by dataset first. Measure Factory reorganizes all our rules under new headings, one for each dataset. All the rules associated with dataset ED log appear at the top of the table, followed by all the rules associated with accounts, and so on. Now let's organize our rules by rule type. The Measure Factory editor reorganizes all our rules under new headings, one for each rule type. All the source rules appear at the top of the table, followed by all the calc rules, and so on. Let's clear the groupings by clicking the red X. Now let's limit the rules we see in the Rules table to calc rules only. We'll use the Show Calc Rules button to do this. The Measure Factory editor removes all rules from view except for the calc rules we've defined in this configuration file. Let's add flag rules to our list of calc rules. We only have one flag rule in this configuration file, so that flag rule now appears at the bottom of the list of rules. The remaining Show Only buttons allow you to add or remove link, lookup, plugin, and source rules to the list of rules in the table. Let's clear our Show Only button selections. All the rules in the configuration file reappear in the Rules table. So that's how you optimize your Measure Factory editor workspace. You can unpin the Explorer, widen columns, sort the contents of a column, hide columns, reorder columns, reorganize rules or measures table entries into groups of similar entries, and limit what displays in the rules or measures tables to a particular type of entry, for example, source rules only.
Hey there, welcome back. As you can tell, I took the time while you were watching this video to organize my workspace, and I gotta say, it was totally worth it. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button below and hit subscribe to see more videos just like it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.